Hey guys, how are y'all doing? I need to mute. Let me get my live chat fixed here. Damn, there's a delay. Hey, Charlie Girl says, Remy, Cheryl T, Clancy. Y'all, it's been a hell of a day. I have been cranky all day, so I'm glad I decided to do a live stream, get in a better mood. I think it's that damn Cymbalta where I didn't have any, but I got my prescription and I took one, but it hasn't seemed to help too much. Hey, Tammy. How are y'all doing? Oh my gosh, guys, I just saw something about the Murdoch murders here. Well, Alex Murdoch. I can't get used to saying Murdoch. I just want to call him Murdoch, or you know. Um, Damn, I need to save this for in the morning, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. It says Maggie Murdoch ordered forensic accounting of family finances before her murder. And then last week, Alex is forced out of the law firm. And this article says his great grandfather founded because of allegations of misuse of the firm's funds. I think that he killed Maggie, and I think it's pronounced Murdaugh. In all the video, if you go to I think it's pronounce it, or maybe it's pronounced names here on YouTube. It says Murdaugh. Wonder if there was a divorce coming. I think so, because they were having marital problems. Yeah, it will take a day or two to get the levels to even off in your bloodstream. Hey, Broken Justice. Yeah, I know. It's made me hateful. Oh my gosh, the side effects from that Cymbalta is awful. They gave me this printout today. And it can cause like suicidal thoughts, like all kinds of stuff. Of course, I've not had any of that. But it's caused me to be moody, and I may or may not have went off on Mark earlier. He gets on my damn nerves. I can't help it. And he knows it too. I mean, like, I just cannot with him. I just cannot, y'all. Hey, Red Rhyme, Jack's mom. I can't take. Maybe I shouldn't have started back on it. Cement shoes. Murdoch pronunciation would be spelled Murdach, like a German name. Yeah. Hey, Lisa. Hey, I never look that pretty when I'm sitting on my porch. LOL. You're giving us lazy. You're giving us lazy broads look bad. You're looking much too nice. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Oh, Disney Debbie. Like that name. Hello, everyone. Does anyone know who was shot first, Maggie or their son? Hey, good question. I thought Paul was, but I could be wrong. It may not have never said. Hey, always love. Look, Lisa, I only put on makeup because I got to get on YouTube, which I like to wear makeup even when I don't do YouTube, but I got to kind of halfway decent on YouTube because people's mean on here. I thought I heard him say Murdoch, but who knows? Well, that video we watched from the island, what was that called this morning? Island Packet or something? They pronounced it Murdoch. Yeah, that name is in my family, and you're saying it right. Which one? Shiny Catcher Christy. Murdoch or Murdaugh? Making us lazy broads look bad. LOL. Didn't need any help looking bad with grammar. Hey, I'm bad for that. I type stuff and then I go back and look and it don't even make freaking sense. Murdaugh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you look pronounced, let me see. What is that video I usually, or that channel I use to look at words? Because I have trouble with pronunciation. Hold on a minute. Oh, Alex is going down, y'all. Wait and see if he's not responsible for Maggie and Paul's murder.
The following pronunciation is brought to you by pronouncenames.com.
Let's see how it says it.
Murdaugh.
See? Murdaugh.
Murdaugh.
But, okay. People in the Okay, we get it, Murdoch. Okay, so plunder, really? You got to go under pronounce names and put hashtag Alex Murdoch, really? Okay, but someone named Ladybug put murder, and then somebody named William put Murdock, Merdock. Let's see what the reply is. This makes me wonder how other people are pronouncing Padrag or something. I can't believe that the Plunder channel went underneath this pronounce names and put that. Look at that. Hashtag Alex Murdaugh. I believe everybody knows who he is, Lady. That is so stupid. What a waste of time. The consensus is Murdaugh. I like it. I think it sounds better. I think it sounds better. Let's go ahead and read this article since I've got it pulled up here. Let's see what it says. We'll still talk about it in the morning. Let's see. Um, okay, Maggie, the murdered wife of South Carolina legal. How do you say that? Sicon or something? Alex Murdaugh had ordered a forensic accounting of her own in addition to the accounting done by Murdaugh's law firm that resulted in his sudden resignation the day before he was supposedly shot in the head on a rural road. He done that himself, or well, he probably didn't do it himself. He probably had someone else do it. Maybe he don't seem like the type of guy that get his hands dirty. Okay, reporter Matt Harris, morning show host of WLNK and host of the podcast The Murdaugh Family Murders: Impact of Influence, made the stunning announcement on Crime Stories with Nancy Grace. That is the word that I got from a pretty reliable source, Harris said. Maggie hired a forensic accountant. Okay, so this is hearsay. The full Crime Stories with Nancy Grace program is available now on all podcasting apps and will air on both Fox Nation and Sirius XM. Well, we'll listen to that crap later. So that's just what someone else is saying. This is just what a reporter is saying. He must have some inside information somewhere. I know that they were having marital problems. I wonder if hey, faithful one, Mommy Mars, Fancy. I wonder if he has tried to cash in on life insurance yet. Let me catch up my chat here. I look for him to be arrested any time. He could have shot them that evening before. What in the crap? That's loud. Before he went to see his dad in the hospital. Who did he coach? What do you mean, Remy? Who did he coach? Maggie probably knew he was using drugs too. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. He checked himself into a rehab. What have I got pulled up here? I wonder what kind of drugs he was using. Prescription. Tammy, it's Taco Tuesday. Well, I made pork chops in a bag and fried potatoes. And the whole time I was mad as hell cooking, y'all. I got really, really mad this evening. Really mad. I couldn't help it. He could have shot them. Yeah, and then he could have went and washed his hands or and took a shower and got all the gunpowder residue off of him. Surely, my God, they swapped his hands for gunpowder residue. He probably has money in an offshore account. Hey, I was trying to look up his net worth today, and it said that it wasn't disclosed to the public, but it was rumored that he had like $300,000. He's got to be worth more than that. Dang, I'm eating sesame chicken. I love tacos, though. I am burnt out on tacos. I fix them all the time. I love your eyes. Can I have them when you die? Oh my gosh, Jeff, don't be a weirdo. I mean, if they would help you see and I was dead, I would give them to you, I suppose. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, let's let's take him out, yeah. Okay. Lord have mercy. Are you like Jeffrey Dahmer or something? Like Jesus Christ. Everybody in the world's hiding him and timing him out. I did. Cement shoes, Cheryl T. Don't be a weirdo. Jesus
Welcome to my
Christ.
scientifically
Oh crap.
informed insider
Oh
look
shit.
at mental health topics.
I've pushed on. He got me all tore up, y'all. I pushed on Dr. Grande's video. Lord have mercy. I know you never know who's watching. I know it. He freaked me out. He'll want to eat them next. Oh, that reminds me of that movie. What is that movie? Where these kids from like a reform school go to this old house to do community service. And like a CEO goes with them and like a counselor. And there's like this guy hiding in the walls and like he kills them one by one. He takes out their eyeballs. God, what is the name of that movie? Son of a bitch can't read the banner. Don't be a weirdo. Be a cool kid. Jesus. You know, they was probably just trying to mess with me. But then again, they could have been serious, you know? Hey, I got news for you weirdos. You don't want to roll up in this holler because you will not leave. Don't ever roll up on somebody in the country because you never know what you're walking into, okay? I might be a weirdo. Hey, Cat's Eye. Hello, beautiful people on your porches. Well, you just missed it. Somebody wanted my eyes when I died. Jesus Christ. Freaking Jeffrey Dahmer. Hey, Jeff, you need to change your name, Jeffrey Dahmer, okay? Laugh out loud. I'm so warped. I thought he was being nice. He was going to wait till she was dead. I mean, like, was he going to wanting to kill me for my eyes or what? Hey, Jeff, we got enough weirdos around this true crime community, trauma community. Okay, we don't need any more. Honey, I'm going to pray for you. Maybe he's blind and can't see, and he was wanting me to donate my eyes to him. I don't know. Weirdos, check under their beds for me. 500, yeah. Lord have mercy. Yes, ma'am. I'm in southeast Kentucky in a holler. You don't roll up in a holler coming after eyeballs. That's right, Christy. Oh, you may not be that far from me, southeast. Well, I'm close to it's eastern Kentucky. Oh my gosh, what a bunch of weirdos. Go troll somebody else, bud. We ain't giving no eyes away. Jeff, run away. We're wild up in here. Hey, he might bite off more than he can chew. I can be mean sometimes. Wonder if he's the hairy butt man. He could be. I think he was looking for farmers only. You don't even do that in the city. I'm telling you. There's some real strange people on the internet. Now, I want y'all to think about this, guys. Hey, Roberta. Now, do you just think about being such a loser and a weirdo that you just got so much time on your hands, you just go into a random person's chat and want their eyeballs? I mean, just think about that. I mean, at least he was going to wait till I died. But damn, was he planning on me dying or something, you know? Like, what the crap? I'm going to have to smoke a cigarette on this note. I'm going to have to stop the camera a minute. He freaked me the hell out. Did you hear Cher had a full frontal bandit the other night? No, what happened? Damn, my cigarette lighter's not. What happened? He found some fast blockers on this channel. Wrong channel, bud. That's right, Cheryl. Wrong channel. We ain't giving no damn eyeballs away. And I'm not dying no time soon, so. Hey, can I get a number 6? Yeah, eyeballs. And I'm like, damn, I am trying to think of that movie. It was like this big old huge bald-headed guy played in it. And his mom run this old house. Gosh, what is the name of that? Anyways, he killed all those teenagers and cut their eyes out. Oh, my Lord. Uh-oh, is the hairy butt bandit back? Gosh, I hope not. I wonder what happened to that freak. I hope he invested in a razor or some wax or some nair or something because he had a really hairy butt, y'all. So many freaks online. It's creepy. I know. I'm sitting here laughing about it, but I'm not gonna lie. It did creep me out a little bit. It made me want to turn off my camera. Yeah, because even though they're just probably messing with me, you never know. They could have been serious. They could have been serious. They was just a Instagram influencer killed by a stalker. He probably used to message her the same creepy stuff. He wasn't checking to see who people were before coming on to send a message to bring Simmer home. Let me go back. I've missed a message here. She wasn't checking to see who people were before coming on to send a message to bring Summer home. So what happened, Jack's mom? Glad I removed my last name this morning. Yeah. Y'all don't never use your last name in this crazy place. I've had people go crazy on me, send letters to Mark, all kinds of crazy crap. Well, that's the only crazy thing I've had happen, but that was enough, you know. I had the idea to put my ears on eBay as a joke, of course, just to buy dentist devices. Jesus. A naked dude flashed when she broke. Oh, yeah. For y'all that don't know, the Hairy Butt Bandit is the guy. I shared my link in the chat, and he must have been listening because I believe he used his name. He used several people's name. I believe he used Save Robbie's once to get up on the panel. And as soon as I would add him, he would have his butt cheeks spread right in front of the camera. The first time he had on lingerie. Hey, to each their own. If a man wants to wear lingerie, hey, that's fine. But don't be bringing it on my channel. I don't want to see it. Damn. At least shave if you're going to put lingerie on. He had like them high thighs on, that's got like the little garter thing. Yep, you went off on him. Oh my gosh. Red Rum was up on panel one time and she's like, ew, go away. And I was just like, ah. Hey, look, that little hairy butt bandit. There was another channel. I did a video on it a long time ago that said they knew who that guy was and they had a picture. I got to thinking about it the other day. He looks just like that little dude that's been hopping up on streams saying that he's a Molly Golightly fan and like cussing everybody out. He looks just like him. I sent Mandolin the video. I was like, I believe that's that little dude that's been going around the community, hopping up on panels, cussing everybody out. It just came out of my mouth. That was like the funniest part. That's on, do you know the Muffin Man's channel, Red Rum, that clip? You're like, ew, go away. That's the funniest part. Charlie Girl says, really? Yeah, I'll send you all the video. I'll send you the video, Charlie Girl says. And when you look at his picture, you'll be like, oh, yeah, that looks like that little young dude. Everybody thinks that he is a teenager. That little young guy is not a teenager. He's probably in his 20s. He's just one of those people that, looks like they're 12 years old when they're an adult. Southern Mom, I remember the Hairy Butt Bandit. Yeah. Complete little weirdo. Emphasis on little D. That's against the law to exposure. And that's what I remember saying it when I was cussing him out. That's against the law to expose yourself to people on a public platform. Sick bastard. Gets a thrill out of doing that. Those weirdos, they get a thrill out of exposing themselves. Whoever it was. Has a very hairy butt. I know. It's like, if you're going to show your butt to somebody, at least have the courtesy to shave it. Probably sleeps on his mom's couch. Can't afford an apartment. Yeah. They couldn't even charge him because lack of evidence. Yeah. The hair. So I know it. There was like a lot of hair. Charlie Girls. It's pretty funny though because most people know it's not me. Oh, is somebody impersonating you? Someone stole my rooster's picture. It was going around trolling people a long time ago. I swear. I've had people say stuff to me about, wanting to have my rooster for dinner and stuff. Of course, they get cussed out. People so weird on here. It's like, goodness gracious. YouTube is a pretty crazy place, anyways. If you ask me, there's a lot of mean people on here, a lot of narcissists, just a lot of weirdos. I think he still had TP up in the. Oh yeah, someone said something about dingleberries. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, I didn't look that close. What grosses me out, guys, is he probably got aroused over that. And it's untelling what else happened. They were going into people's channels that I loved. They start bashing the creators. They knew immediately it wasn't me. I was known for making them laugh. So they knew me. Yeah, that's good. So crazy the last few days. We need some calm. I know it. Hey, the Summer Wells case, I mean, it is crazy, guys. It is crazy. Like the drama and stuff. It's just nuts. They've ruined that case, if you ask me. I mean, Dawn can't answer anything. Oh, this morning I was talking about Benny, what's his name? Benny Keys played a call from Don Wells. There's them pretty eyes. I'm going to cry. Well, Jeff, thank you, but please don't be wanting to keep my eyeballs, okay? Anyways, what I was talking about. This morning I said that Benny Keys asked Don a question and he wouldn't even answer it. And this morning I couldn't remember what it was, but I finally remembered. He asked him what he thought about Summer's picture being on those candles, right? And you know what? He didn't. He's like, really? Yeah. And then started talking about Chris from the interview room. Jeff, you need to calm down, honey. I appreciate you like my eye, but calm down. You don't want people to think you're weird. Okay. Oh, Lord, let me turn this camera off. Lord have mercy. Charges have been filed in Utah for sexual assault against Don. I seen a screenshot about that. Whose community post was that? Benny Keys, I believe. I think that's his name. Well, you know what? Don, he got on YouTube and admitted that he sexually assaulted his stepsister. And he thinks nothing's wrong with it. She's 15, he's like 10 years old. So, he's getting his karma. The whole family is like messed up. I don't know about the stepsisters and stuff, but I do have to question them getting up on all these YouTube channels and stuff. I hit him, CC. He won't be back. Okay, yeah. He's freaking me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I've never had anybody say anything like that to me on YouTube. I've had people say some mean stuff, but I've never had anybody say anything like that about wanting my eyeballs when I die. He also posted law about trying to intimidate who is trying to intimidate witnesses. Now, I was listening to Cher's stream, and I guess one of the stepsisters was in the chat. Cher wasn't trying to intimidate her. I didn't think she was. I thought she was pretty nice to her. Now, I don't know what's been going on behind the scenes if she's been in contact. Oh, Dawn? Is Dawn trying to intimidate her? Oh, okay. I don't like when people act like YouTube is court. I know it. Some people's like convinced of their innocence. Some people's convinced of their guilt. All I know is they're shady, shady people. And I believe Candace knows something. I'm not going to say that they're guilty, but I mean, I believe they know something. Could be wrong about that. I saw someone in the chat saying some psychic said that the searchers overlooked Summer's body. I highly doubt that. They had dogs with them. Grady Cheryl won't tolerate being a creep. Oh my goodness. Oh, Jeffrey Dahmer needs to calm down, right, Cheryl? My goodness gracious. I don't know if there's ever going to be a break in Summer's case or not. Hopefully there will be. I've heard people say, well, they've not arrested them yet. Well, that don't mean anything. Sometimes it takes a long time for them to be arrested. Look at Lori and Chad. They've got to gather their evidence and stuff. That call about the sexual assault stuff and Dawn blaming Jeannie for what they did at age 5. I know, completely sick. I think Dawn and Candace know exactly what happened. Yeah. Dawn just wants to focus on himself. I've noticed this a lot. Like they'll ask a question, something about Summer or, just anything, and he always goes to himself. He never answers the question. Hardly ever does he answer the question. I'd just love to know if he was at work that day. I would love for law enforcement to confirm that. I know these other YouTubers have talked to people he worked with and stuff and confirmed, but I want law enforcement to confirm that. Look how long it took to arrest Morphew. Yeah, it takes a while for them to gather, evidence and stuff. And they have to do everything by the book, too. Also, him calling Trish out in the statement, what's his son, wow, is, which one's Trish? Don's made himself look like a whole ass fool. Going on all these YouTube channels and all them stupid posts and pulling a prank like he'd been arrested and stuff. Like, a normal person wouldn't do that, y'all. Normal people, Candace was in on that too. Excuse me. They would not do that. And their daughter missing. Instead of pulling pranks, they should have been out handing out flyers or something. Okay, that's Jeannie's daughter. Okay. See, I can't keep up with all this drama and all the players involved. I mean, it's just freaking crazy. Now, has he ever bothered Jeannie's daughter? See, Dawn don't seem to understand that his stepsister, she might have went along with that when she's little because she didn't know no better. But as she's got older and stuff, she's realized that was wrong of him to do that and stuff. And it's probably messed with her brain and stuff. He don't get it. He just thinks of himself like a kid. Hey, any 15-year-old knows better to mess with a 5-year-old, 10-year-old, mess with a little kid. Jack's mom, I think Candace was jealous of Summer, shaved her head out of envy, lashed out, and killed her. Dawn cleans up after. It's a good possibility. I think that's interesting how Dawn said that when Summer was born, she didn't want anybody but him. She didn't want Candace. Candace had to suck up to her by taking her places and stuff, and then they become close. I thought that was weird. He deflects from every question. Candace cried like she actually meant it. When she done that interview with the interview room, like I was feeling for her. And I was like, oh, she didn't do nothing. But now, I'm not so sure about that. I think they know. They know something. Age of 8 is supposed to be able to know right from wrong. Hey, when I was little, and being abused like that, touched like that, I knew it was wrong, guys. 4 and 5 years old, I knew it was wrong. Oh, there's a lot of people. Simple description, people involved is on Wikipedia. Chasing Truth kind of got the timeline. You know, Dawn and them, they got all those new cars and stuff. Well, they look new. I mean, newer, for them. Won't they invest some of that money, that good money he makes, in putting up some billboards of their daughter? How about that? She has shown exactly how well she can lie. She's a nasty person, I reckon, Cheryl. Candace. And old Grandis, she's not too nice either, I don't reckon. What in the hell is wrong with them naming everybody in the family Candace? I mean, like, that's confusing as hell. I mean, do they call them like Candace 1, Candace 2, Candace 3? I mean, I bet you old Granny's a rough customer. Exactly, Shirley. She screwed up by doing that cow. Yeah, by doing that cow, that shows that she can put on a big old act. Hell, I couldn't even hardly understand what she was saying in that prank call. She was like, had her mouth real close to the phone. So Candy is grandma, and Candace is Dawn's woman. Okay. Dawn said he and Candace tried hard not to have children, but that didn't work, or something like that. Oh my God, they gave away the first batch, injured mentally or physically, in my opinion. They didn't want to they tried not to have kids. Well, damn, they got 3 or 4 together, don't they? How many boys are they? 3? I think Candace was jealous of Summer too, cement shoes. I was just thinking about that. That makes sense why her head was shaved and stuff like that. I don't think Summer wanted her head shaped like that, because Dawn said that Summer was attracted to, like, the girly girl women at church and stuff like that. I'd say she was. Look at her mommy. She's full tomboy, which there's nothing wrong with being a tomboy. But I'm just saying, maybe Summer was drawn to women like that because there's nothing girly girl about her mom, maybe, or something. I think they had lice. Why not just get some shampoo and like lice treatment and stuff and get it out that way? Let me tell you why she didn't do it that way. Because she's too freaking lazy. When a kid gets lice, you gotta disinfect the whole house, treat the whole house, their bedrooms, their stuffed animals, everything. She's probably too lazy to do that. I mean, just look at the house. Let's look at the house. You can tell she stays on her phone all the time and on the road all the time. That's why that house looks like that. I mean, I've seen houses in worse conditions. And I'm not talking about where their house is older, because you can be poor and have an old house and still be clean. I'm talking about like all the junk inside, and you can tell they don't clean the floors and things like that. Did you see stuffed animals in that dungeon bed? No, I didn't. Did y'all see how those beds were made? Those, like, I believe it was bunk beds. Like, the mattresses look like a friggin' jailhouse mattress. Scoring her meds. Hey, I firmly believe old Granny went to the hospital, the ER, that day that Summer went missing to get her some pain pills because she was out. And I believe that's why Candace hooked up with Hunter that day. Allie sent Hunter to get her some pills when Granny got them filled. That's what I believe. That's just my theory. It all makes sense to why, she went and got Hunter that day, went by that house. Yep, looked like a jail to me. I swear, those mattresses look just like those freaking Bob Barker little plastic mattresses they give you in jail. Yeah, Cheryl, that makes sense. Because, Granny's probably got insurance. If she's having problems with her leg, why not go to like a normal doctor if the leg wasn't re injured that day? Hey, Charlie. That is what I said the first time I heard about this pain pills. Yeah. And you can tell that Allie does pills by that interview she done with Chris, or the interview Chris done with Hunter. Allie's sitting there, their big old belly hanging out, high as hell, higher than a Georgia pine, passing out. She was nodding in and out. Go back and watch it. H was also very specific, saying Grandma wouldn't tell them what she was prescribed. Why would he even ask, or anyone else? Yeah, why would a kid that age, a teenager, ask about a prescription? Because his mommy sent him to get those when Granny got them filled. Because Allie was mad at Candace. That's what I think. I mean, look at Allie's reaction when Chris says, Mom, Hunter don't need to be vaping and drinking. She didn't have much of a reaction. She was scrolling her phone. Oh, I would have had a big reaction, honey, if someone gave my son a vape and some beer. Hey, Bella, how you doing, beautiful? Yeah, drug-seeking behavior. In that area they live in is full of pills and drugs, too. I know exactly where Allie and them live at. I mean, I wouldn't say, but the only reason I know is because I recognize those little apartments, little houses, apartments, whatever you want to call them. And that is not too far from the hospital Granny went to. It wasn't the first time either. No, I think that, I mean, and how come Candace has not been charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor? Maybe because it's his word against hers, maybe? I think the whole day was an alibi dragging Grandis around after going to the hospital to cover up for what they did this summer. And they didn't eat, just Sonic drinks. Yeah, well, I thought that Candace said, not long after they got home that Summer went missing. But I heard Dawn talking about her doing laundry and everything. It just don't make sense. And why was she helping Granny put on a knee brace? Well, you can't put on someone else's knee brace for them. I know, I've got one. No one else could ever put it on, not even when my tibia was broke. No, you got to do it yourself. Maybe she's too fat and couldn't be, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but couldn't bend over and do it. Who's taking care of all those poor dogs? Isn't Candace all alone now in the middle of nowhere? Is Dawn not there with her? I don't think they take care of those dogs. They probably throw them a little dog food on the ground every now and then. It's probably why they take off and go on big escapades and come back 2 or 3 days later because they're out hunting or going somewhere else to get food. Dawn never went anywhere. I believe Dawn's a womanizer. I would not want to be alone with him. Mm-mm. He acts like, he's following the commandments and he wouldn't cheat, blah, blah, blah. Bull crap. Bull crap. And what's this crap about him talking to some 17-year-old a while back? Was there any truth to that? Charges hopefully will be coming soon. I don't understand why they haven't done anything yet. Gathering evidence, I guess. Kathy, she just left the ER. Seems like the grass would have been put on it. Hey, exactly. Yeah, good point, Kathy. They put mine on in the ER. I think that it was all a lie. I think they lived just the way we imagined that they did. Yeah, well, according to Voices Behind the Wall, they do crack cocaine and drink, and then go to church on Sunday and repent. Some real good Christians. Y'all, I wonder what them people at church really think about them. Because I'm just here to tell you that I have been at church before with and seen families like that. And you can just tell that they're not clean and stuff, and the kids are running wild and stuff. And I would always be sitting there thinking, Lord have mercy. I'm just wondering what the other people in the church think. It's been like through their minds, like, Lord have mercy. They drug her around for hours, though. Yeah, that poor kid was probably always in the back of the truck or something. Candace stayed on the road. Yep, crack is the cheap man's coke. What's this? I changed it to just cocaine. Oh my lord. Well, I mean, you know what? Same difference. Cocaine, crack cocaine, they're still using drugs. You know? Don isn't a man of God. No, he hides behind that Bible. Ever notice that he never says God bless you to anyone? I think he went to church as community service program. Yeah, he clings to the Bible, acts like he's all trying to live right, and it's just all a lie. I believe it's just all a lie. And those people at church are suspicious of them. You know they are. They may not come out and say it, but it's went through their minds. I saw a video of Candace sleeping in church, y'all. She's real godly. She's real Christian like. Sleeping in church. I can't remember where I saw that video at. I mean, it was here on YouTube. Robin said in an interview that Summer was all over her during Sabbath class and that she just wanted love. That's not a good time. Well, that shows that she didn't get attention and stuff. Someone was saying they wouldn't let her play with boy toys and stuff. I don't know if that's true. Both drugs are horrible, but crack is worse. All chemicals. Yeah. Those people have separated themselves from them, if you have noticed. Well, they had a prayer vigil for Summer down in Kingsport today. I believe it was in Kingsport. And the Wells did not show up, from my understanding. By the piles of clothes around the house, looks like they get them donated. Um, I heard Candace tell Chris, always a bunch of laundry or something like that to do. Well, the clothes is going to be piled up if you don't stay home and wash them. They didn't have many toys in the basement. Lord, who would want to sleep down there in that freaking dungeon like that? I bet it's cold down there in the winter in that old house down in that basement. The basement's always cold. I don't know, guys. I just feel like that those kids run wild. What we call like a bunch of yard apes. Just running wild. I know kids like that from around here. Their parents don't watch them. They just run wild. Like a bunch of hoodlums. This one family I know of, they let their kids do that in this trailer park. They wouldn't never watch them. One morning, one of the little boys rode his bike down to the bus stop, but he didn't stop at the stop sign and rode out in front of a truck, and he was killed in front of his siblings and all the other little kids waiting at the bus stop. It was so sad. I mean, but the truth's the truth. They never did watch those kids. I remember going to my friend's house and running into that little boy. And he was asking me if I knowed his mommy and stuff, but they was just running wild through that trailer park. Cement shoes. After I said yard ape, I thought, oh my gosh, I hope that don't mean anything bad anywhere else. Here it just means like a bunch of hoodlums running around wild. Oh, I didn't mean it bad if it means something bad. I just meant like a bunch of hoodlums. Like a bunch of, how like the apes like swing through the jungle and just run wild. I don't believe that Summer or the boys were ever. No, I don't either. And Dawn laughs about Summer sneaking up behind the boys and whopping them with a stick. Like, guys, that's not normal. That's not normal to let your kid buy with something like that. You don't teach your kid that they can swarp somebody in the back of the head with a stick. No, come on. That right there told me a lot about their parenting when he said that. I didn't find that story cute. that they, let her buy with stuff like that. That just shows that they let them run wild. I mean, would y'all let y'all's kid buy with swarping the other sibling with the stick? Oh, come on. Bless her little heart. I would love to have had her. We would have so much fun playing dress up and stuff. It's so sad. Her and poor little Evelyn Boswell. Meemaw has got the A picture. Yeah, I remember you saying something about it when he said it. Yeah, I mean, I just find that weird because you don't teach kids to swarp somebody in the back of the head. I mean, they thought it was cute. She was trying to make her brother's mind, but kid could really get hurt like that. My grandchildren thank me all the time for getting them out of a home with drugs. Yeah, that's no way for kids to live like that. Can you imagine living with Dawn and Candace? I reckon she's super jealous. According to Voices Behind the Wall, she's a super jealous woman. So I'd say they fight all the time. Can you imagine living with them two, bickering back and forth? And they're both abusive, I reckon, to one another. Let me tell you something. Candace is a pretty stout woman. She could probably whoop Dawn's ass. She's bigger than him. I mean, she's built like a damn linebacker. I mean, no offense, but it's just the truth. I'd hate to tangle with her. I bet she's strong. The news said she passed the polygraph. You know what? They could have just tricked the polygraph because I watched on Forensic Files one time, and I've told the story like a million times. But this guy passed the polygraph, and then the DNA results come back, and he was responsible for that lady's murder and rape. Yep, and he passed the polygraph with flying colors, y'all. I'm addicted to Forensic Files. I fall asleep to it at night a lot. I believe that Candace could whoop O'Donnell. Yes, me too. Like, she's stout like a damn linebacker. I'd love to dress that woman. I'd love to give her some dressing tips. She just dresses any old way. I'd love to send Allie some shirts too that fit her. Law enforcement has never said that they passed. No, they've only said it. We don't know if they did or not. I believe Dawn tells half truths. There's a little bit of truth in with everything he says. There was a case where DNA proved a guy passed who was guilty and a different guy failed who did nothing. Yeah, see, that's what I would be afraid of. Failing and them thinking you're guilty and you're really innocent. Size, then add the drugs. Oh, yeah. Smoking crack. Probably her adrenaline's rushing. She could probably body slam him. Don is an absolute liar. If you notice, everything with Don, he's innocent. He takes no accountability at all. I've noticed that with him. And he can't answer any questions directly. Like if you ask him something instead of him just answering, he just goes to something else, and it's usually the Bible or Chris McDonough, however you say his name. Now, damn, he's really got it out for Chris now. Now he's saying that Chris and him sent people to threaten him and all this and that. Who knows? Don used the word playing house when he was sexual assault, and you can bet. Hey, he is so stupid, Charlie. He is so stupid using playing house when referring to him sexually assaulting a family member. I think he thinks Chris kidnapped. Oh yeah, I heard that or something. He thinks Chris kidnapped Summer. What an idiot! Or about a job or something that he did. Yeah. Everybody's out to get Don, and he is always innocent. That is a major red flag, though. When they're always innocent, and it's always someone else. No accountability. Lie detectors are a joke. Yeah, that's why they can't use them in court because they're not always accurate. I'd probably fail one and me not know nothing about the crime. I just get so nervous. It looks like to me anybody would be nervous taking a lie detector. He also blamed the victim, said she came into him. It's just like, it's hard for me to believe that Don just did that with his stepsister and no one else. That's hard for me to believe. I don't know if I believe that he's never done that to another woman or child. They do it once, they'll do it again. I'd say they're both going to end up in prison. I mean, it's possible someone come up there and abducted her, but it had to be in a local. I just don't see how someone could have got up there and took her and everybody freaking home. It just don't make sense. All those recordings are going to be proof for the charges they filed in Utah. Oh, yeah. He's admitted to it I don't know how many times. I don't know if the statute of limitations is up on that. I don't think so. What's a major red flag to me is anyone worrying about anything except I know it. Everything is about Dawn. Cher asked him something about what would you say to Summer if she was, if you knew she was listening right now. And he didn't really have nothing to say. He started talking about something else. No one abducted that poor baby. No. One thing we know, Don will get arrested when the time is right in Utah. Yeah, he'll have to pay for his crimes. Do the crimes, you do the time, honey. How can you go on YouTube and ramble for hours about crap when the kid is gone? Yeah, and why would you even be going on these channels to begin with? You know? It's just crazy. How come Candace never talks? I guess she doesn't want to. I wonder if they call law enforcement every day and check to see if there's any updates. He's on drugs, not thinking. I thought he was on something in that one interview that him and Candace did with WJHL. His eyes looked really glassy there. And I thought, well, maybe he's been crying. But I knew for a fact that Candace was on something more than alcohol. You could tell. I think they do more than crack or cocaine. I think they do prescription pills too. I think Candace needs him right there to coach her. Yeah. They both looked high. Yeah. Candace only yells and curses or is zoned out, I think. I bet she is a pure redneck, y'all. Love my Charlie Fate. Hi, hun. Welcome. They haven't looked for that baby once because they know where she is. Yeah, I mean, you would think that they would be paying for billboards and everything. They waste money on everything else. Vapes and everything else. You think they'd pay for billboards, flyers, and everything. They do whatever they find. They don't discriminate. Yeah, I'd say they do a lot. A whole lot. They act like they really didn't know anyone in the area, but I'd say that's bullcrap. They probably know all the drug dealers. I'd say they've been trading pills and going on for a long time. Don said the neighbor down the road sells pills. That neighbor might come up there and whoop his ass for getting on social media and saying that. Don ain't got no room to talk about someone selling pills or doing drugs because they do it. It is a confusing case. Love my Charlie Faith. It is. It's like Summer just went through a wormhole or, like aliens abducted her or something. KP, I feel cry. Yeah, it's sad. Bless her heart. Poor little Summer. I kind of think the grandma helped cover up what Candace did. She probably did. I think it's so weird that she up and left town. Up and left town and her granddaughter missing. What's even stranger is her daughter's missing too. What's her name? Rosemary Bly. I would think they would have looked for her. They have never looked. He said that the people are stopping him from looking because of all of what's going on. Oh, bullcrap. Don's got an excuse for everything, guys. Charlie, it's a cover up, no doubt. I thought, what if Candace let something happen to her, then she went and got rid of the body and come up with, she just vanished story because she's afraid Don would kill her for letting something happen to Summer. But I don't know. He probably knows what happened too. I really want to know if he was at work all that day. We need law enforcement to confirm it. I'd love to know what law enforcement thinks about all these YouTube channels, talking about the case and interacting with Dawn and stuff. I couldn't put up with Dawn for 2 seconds, y'all. I couldn't. I bet you I could really push his buttons. I have a talent for that with men. I don't think Candace is afraid of Dawn, period. Hell no, she ain't afraid of him. She could take him. She could take him, Charlie. That's a good theory, Cece. Yeah, Granny could have helped her, got rid of the body or something. Jay for Justice is saying some guy who claims he's been searching with Dawn is going to be on later this week. That could be interesting. Oh, wow. Dawn said he's been going around to like the neighbors and talking to them and stuff like that. He's so stupid. Get out and put some flyers out, buddy. Dig into those pockets. Get some money out and go to a print shop or wherever and get some flyers printed out and go out and put them around. My grandson drowned at the swimming pool and he had to stay in the hospital overnight to watch for dry drowning. Oh, Kathy, I'm glad he's okay. I bet law enforcement secretly love it. Free help with the case. Oh, they're loving Don getting on there and running his mouth, I'd say. They're probably watching every move he makes. You know they are. They're still suspects. They've not been cleared, as I know of. Kathy, when I was little, I was at the swimming pool, and a boy drowned at the swimming pool. No one knew it. He went, I was little. I can barely remember it, but he went down the slide. And I guess he went underneath the slide and came up and knocked himself out somehow. And he drowned there. Yeah, I was probably about 7 years old. He didn't die like right away, but like he was on life support and they eventually took him off of it. That's my theory, dry drowning. It could have been. But you know what? Why wouldn't she call? That's so crazy. Why wouldn't she call 911? Because CPS was already investigating them? I think her and Allie called CPS on one another. The townspeople won't have anything to do with them. They believe they're guilty. Yeah, because it's just hard to like think that someone got up on that hill and took her and everybody home. It's hard to believe. Jackson, they are annoyed with YouTubers, I think. Well, I think YouTubers sometimes get too involved. I know, like, we all like to go listen to, like, Don when he talks and stuff, but on these channels, but I think they get too personally involved. I don't like to do that myself. Ain't no way I'd be wanting to talk to Don Wells every damn day of my life. Hell to the no. Hell no. Left my Charlie Faith. I think they sold her. They could have. Could have traded her for drugs. I've seen some people theorize that it's a hoax. They got her head out somewhere. I don't think. I mean, I hope they do. I hope they do and she's safe, but I don't think that's what happened. When a child is under 6, they can't regulate body temperature after swimming and go into a seizure. Yeah. After you swim when you're little, you get cold. And here she was in the back of that truck that day, laying on that milk. I bet she hauled that youngin' around in that vehicle all the damn time, y'all. all the damn time. Didn't get her nothing to eat that day or anything. Left the other kids home, locked in the house, I guess. Sorriness. I think there was an accident. They would have been held responsible, so they covered it up. That's just my opinion. Yeah. Well, I heard that social services would get involved with them and they would pick up and move. Then they ended up in Tennessee at his mom's property. That tree swing, the, that tree, the swing was hung from bothers me. Yeah, we used to have a tire swing like that. That one looked a little bit dangerous, though. It didn't look like it's put up too good to me. My grandchildren swim all the time, folks. They control their body temperature just fine. I did see on the news one time a kid went swimming, came home, and died. Got water down its lungs. Dry drowning. I didn't even know that was possible till a few years ago till I saw it on the news. Glad the boys are out of there, but worried Cadmus and Dawn going to kill each other. Yeah. I wonder how those boys are adjusting to being in like a normal home after they've lived with Dawn and Candace and probably run wild. It probably took them some time to get used to everything. She could have smacked into that tree. She could have. Them cleaned up the blood evidence or something. You know, part of me thinks like if they did something to her and hid her, they're not smart enough to cover it up this long, but maybe they are. Sure, most kids do, but it's number one reason kids go to ER. Hey, it's an awful feeling when you get water like down your nose or down your throat and stuff. That's an awful feeling. Crap, I did it in the bathtub the other day. Just dumping water over my face with a cup. I about choked to freaking death. God help me, but I would be just as happy if they did just finish each other off. Yeah. Happened to my daughter when she was 5. Oh, really? That's scary. I mean, that is really scary. Here you go swimming, you get home, you think you've made it home safely with the kids and stuff, and they're not safe. They got water down their lungs. So scary. I think Grandis could have dumped her on the way to Wisconsin. Yeah, she could have. I saw something about old Granny's brother's a weirdo too. I saw some video about it. I didn't watch it all, but it seems like the whole damn family's weird. The boys may have accidentally done something. That's why Dawn said, one of the boys said, it's not my fault, Dad. Yeah, could have been roughhousing, done something. Anything's possible. I just keep thinking, like, if something happened in front of the boys, wouldn't the boys have told the police or the forensic psychologist maybe? Maybe they were in the house and didn't see what happened. Yeah, they're all weirdos, guys. Yeah, you're right, Jack's mom. They're all weirdos. I knew a child that drowned in a horse water bucket. Happens in a second. Hey, my granny says that you can drown in a teaspoonful of water. It's something I was always worried about when Timothy was little, was drowning in the bathtub. I never, ever left him unattended in the bathroom. Never, ever. Not even to go get a towel if I forgot it. I'd get him out wet. Because, you just hear so many horror stories about babies drowning in the bathtub. I never took my eyes off of him. I think something different happened every day. Seriously. Me too. Me too. I mean, anything's possible. She could have been abducted, and it just so happens that they're shitty, shitty parents, right? But it's highly unlikely that someone come up that hill and took that child and everybody home. The boys home, Granny home, Candace home. And Candace is at Granny's at the camper, next to the house. That's highly unlikely. When I was a kid, my neighbor left her newborn And 3-year-old in bathtub, and the 3-year-old turned the scalding water on the newborn killer. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, that's awful. I read a story the other day where a man scalded a baby so bad that its skin was floating in the tub. Yeah, I came across it the other day and I didn't have it as a topic because it was like, it was awful. It was awful. Sometimes I pass up stories because they're just so awful. I hope we find out soon. Delphi's still bothering me so much. I know that crazy weirdo killer's still on the loose. It's probably a local or someone from another town. As a former elementary teacher, you get a sense about parents, and then seeing those living conditions, my teachers get suspected them from the get go. Summer was starved for attention. You can always tell if kids are took care of by their shoes, their clothes, and their book bag. If they're clean, they don't got to be, name brand, but if they're clean, that tells a lot about parents, doesn't Jack's mom? My mom always said that. You'll go down to school sometimes, you'll see these moms dressed to the nine, and then their kids wearing high water jeans and dirty shoes. And them moms acting all highfalutin. You can always tell how clean somebody is by their kids' shoes and backpacks and coats. We didn't have much growing up. I wore hand me down stuff. I still had nice stuff, but we were always clean. My mom always made sure our book bags were clean, our shoes, our coats, how the sleeves of the coats get dirty and stuff. No, you snuck up that hill and took that baby in broad daylight with at least 5 people around. Just didn't happen. See, that's what I'm saying. I wanted to believe that happened and, they weren't responsible, but I mean, it's just highly unlikely. I mean, they live in the freaking boondocks. They live up in a freaking holler. It would have had to have been a local that done it. I mean, I just don't see how they would have got by everybody. It just don't make sense. I had kids whose parents put cigarettes out on their skin. Oh my gosh. How sad. Might have to buy it used, but at least it's always clean. Exactly. My granny said, they was poor growing up, but they's always clean. They made their own soap and they made their own bloomers, she said. And they took a bath every night. They always had food on the table. They didn't have like a lot of nice clothes, but they was always clean. Their clothes was always clean. I was just raised like that to be a clean person. I don't even wear my shoes in the house. It's a habit. When I was little, we could, my mom didn't let us wear shoes in the house. My granny didn't either. So it's just something that stuck with me. I always take my shoes off on the porch. I don't care if it's winter time. Sometimes I'll take them off inside at the door, but most of the time I take them off outside. Yes, they live out in the boondocks, and that's most unlikely theory. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, unless some freaking mountain man came and took her. Actually, I watched a story one time where this mountain man and his son actually kidnapped a girl that was running on like his hiking trail. But that didn't happen with Summer. They would have tracked her with those dogs if someone had took her up in the woods, or if she would have went up in the woods, they would have tracked her with the bloodhounds or whatever dogs they used. We had to wash our feet before going into the house when I was younger. Oh Lord, my granny is a germaphobe, y'all. She'll be washing her hands in bleach. She'll be out there with a pan of bleach water, washing the doorknobs. I mean, she's real particular. You don't sit down on top of my granny's bedspread, as she calls it, comforter, or anything. You don't sit on the couch with your pajamas. It's like, she is weird, y'all. She's like so weird. I do that too, Cece. I learned that living in California. You don't think how nasty shoes are. Yeah, you go out and you're walking like all over, like where people have spit and stuff. Your shoes get dirty. It's just a habit. It's like always stuck to me. When I go to anyone's house, I always take off my shoes. We never wore shoes, Kathy. Oh, I don't hardly wear shoes, just to be honest. I'm usually always barefoot unless I go outside. I don't have shoes on right now on the porch. Unless she was kidnapped by a drug associate of Dawn's. I call BS on kidnapping. Yeah. Yeah, she was training for the Olympics, if I recall that story correctly. Yeah, they wanted a mountain bride, Cheryl T. And that man and his son had been living up in the mountains, and they kidnapped that girl and tried to make her marry that guy. Like it happened probably what, late 70s, early 80s, something like that. I've watched that story on TV several times. Seems like she worked at a ski resort or something like that. When she went running on one of these little trails and they nabbed her. I think they had tried to take another girl and the plan didn't go through or something. Well, guys, I guess I better get off here. I'm going to turn my camera back on since the freak at one of my eyeballs is no longer here. A stupid weirdo. Can you believe that? People come in and be like, oh, I want your eyeballs when you die. That freaked me out, y'all. That really did. It did kind of creep me. Well, it freaked me out. It creeped me out. Anyways, I will see y'all in the morning. I'll find us some I can't even talk. True crime topics. I'm telling y'all, since I've not had that medicine, well, I just took it today. I've not been able to talk or anything correctly. That Cymbalta really threw me for a loop. Kathy's got the eyes. Well, guys, I will see y'all in the morning. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for being protective and kicking the weirdo out, Cheryl T. and everybody else. Love y'all. Be safe. Be kind. Peace. I'm loving this weather, y'all. It feels like fall time out here. I'm loving it. I cannot wait for Halloween.